Each person is a creator. People are creative by nature. Even when they're not curating art, they are still curating their life experiences, which creates art. People are innovative individuals, and the world is a form of art. This book is organized into many little subsections, and the first section is called Tuning Inward. Everything gives off energy, and people are channels of power. Every accomplishment is unique personal expression, and there's a time for everything. A new idea emerges through a ready channel when it is ready to take root in the world, which means that people are channels, and certain ideas can come through them when a person is ready, and when a person is ready, that idea blooms through that person. Many artists develop a sensitivity to protect themselves, which they use to harness moment energy and create art. I often turn inward and take the day slowly to become more creative with my writing and to reflect on abstract ideas. Do you? Awareness. Awareness means being present to and accepting of the now. People can widen their ability to notice things or become closed off, even if unsure of what they see. Perceptions change as people zoom in and out while viewing something. The universe expands when awareness is cultivated. Vessels and filters. A person can be trained to obtain more from the source or the channel of creativity by being more connected and unfiltered. You are the instrument. Art is a gateway into the invisible world. Unlike logic, the spiritual world is infinite and has no dead ends. Everyone is part of a world with possibilities, and faith lets people move in a direction without understanding it completely. I agree with the author that faith allows people to start creative projects which they're inspired by but don't necessarily know how to put together, and it lets people take leaps of faith when a change is very much needed in their lives. This book also has a lot of creative exercises for you to try. Looking for clues, open a book and find what catches your eye. What does a random sentence in a book convey about your life situation? Practice. When people choose to live with the seasons, they see themselves as part of a whole and have rituals during a particular week or time. Awareness needs to be reinvented until it becomes a practice. Artists have a way of being in the world. Submerging. Submerge yourself in the great works of all art genres so you can stay inspired. Nature as a teacher. Nature is the most enduring work and is filled with awe. One doesn't need to understand nature to appreciate it. One can move closer to one's nature by communicating with it. When the spirit is served, the creative output is served too. Nothing is static. The world is constantly changing. Things we view or read again seem new. We also change and evolve. Looking inside. Life isn't necessarily external. Notice the patterns and sensations inside of you. Memories in the subconscious. Sometimes work emerges from inside your subconscious. This is how to access something beyond oneself through the subconscious. Set the intention to remember your dreams before you sleep. Randomness has an order we might not comprehend, and I've always suspected that randomness doesn't actually exist. It's just complexity that looks random. The sun is always there, even on gloomy days. It's unconditional. The information to inspire you is out there, but we can miss it. Awareness changes daily. Settings. Isolated locations are good for getting transmissions from the source. Being surrounded by people in a busy place can help one absorb the collective consciousness as well. Look at art entertainers and social media and don't follow any direction. Be like the wind and just observe it. I've had some of my most creative ideas in quiet and isolated spaces, such as when I wrote a poem once when I was driving through the desert. Working in a busy place with people walking by may also help you be creative, as long as you don't get too distracted and keep creating your art. Everyone has self-doubt at times. Everyone is different and not perfect all the time. Art is a partial representation of you. It doesn't represent the whole you. Many artists dislike listening to or looking at their art. Do you? Creating art is a privilege. Many artists feel big feelings, which can feel isolating if others don't feel them also. Make it up. Each project is a stepping stone to the next project and is imperfect. Focus on the process rather than perfection, so set the bar low, label insecurities to overcome them. The urge to create should be more significant than your fear. Distraction. A mantra is a type of distraction, and distractions are sometimes good for creativity because they refresh your brain. During distractions, one part of the mind is busy and another is free to create. Disengagement is an excellent way to engage at times because it helps you disconnect temporarily. On collaboration. Works are always an interpretation. The worker and the artist wear different hats and collaborate. People have different awakenings while viewing the same work, and it brings out various aspects of a person. Intention. All our thoughts, processes, feelings, and beliefs create energy in the artistic work. Our work is made up of intention, and there is only one in a job. The work of artists has a higher purpose since they are conduits of the universe. Rules. Rules are limitations, and for artists, they are assumptions and destined to be tested. Most rules don't apply since the point of art is not to fit in. Develop and cherish your voice and share something new inside of you. Have as few rules as possible. The best works of art come from artists who either never learned the rules or those who knew them so well that they can bend them masterfully. This was a really interesting book to read because it has a lot of different ideas for how to jumpstart your creativity, as well as many different exercises to try. The next part of the book is coming soon, so thank you for watching, and may you be creative always and thrive.